Wants to be turned on.
You're terrible. You are so terrible. I think my table.
Good morning, everybody. Afternoon and evening.
Guess what? You're on.
Yes, I am on.
You're turned on. Hello.
Spirituality today. What does it mean to you? I wrote down something it means to me because I was afraid I was going to miss a few things. For me, it is non religious backed. It deals with the experiences we have that allows us to connect more with the Creator or Divine through our spirit. It is also the work we put into understanding the inner you. Got anything to add to that?
Yeah. Spirituality is everything. Whether you're 3D or not, your soul is still learning. So spirituality is to break free from programming and know what the divine spark is within each person. So once you start to understand that, then you'll start to understand how you spiritually grow. So everybody has their own way or road to
Right.
get there, but at the end we will all be there. How does that sound?
Is that we are all guided there.
And we
You
may have a
know,
surprise today.
yes, we might have a
Yeah.
surprise.
Yeah, I am.
I
I'm
might
ahead of
learn to fly.
I'm ahead of myself and behind myself at the same time. So I
Ooh,
think I am in the now. I forgot to
time
say.
travel.
Yes, we are. But
Spirituality is also love.
yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yes.
Because if we are to emulate our Father, Creator, universe, whoever you label them as, they are unconditional love. We are the ones who put all the pressure, the judgment upon ourselves. So if you continue with spirituality, you will find in your enlightenment you are of love and in love.
I'm not in love.
What? You're already
Yes,
laughing?
yes, I'm not in love.
You are in love.
There she is.
Yay!
Good morning.
Jen, here's a hug from me to you.
Oh,
Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
we
Yes, we
can.
can. How you doing?
Oh, well, the name says it all.
Oh, foggy. Not
Fog.
froggy, foggy.
No,
Didn't get my
foggy.
glasses.
I I don't know how long I'll be able to stay on here,
It's all right.
but I wanted to come on and say thank you to this community for all that you have done. I don't have any words from the support and prayers, financial help. Uh, there are no words, but thank you. And I'm very glad you guys are doing spirituality today because a great way to sum me up right now, I'm in fractals. I have the spiritual side,
Hmm.
which is really, really good. It's in a good place. And then there's the logical side that has to deal with all the 3D checking boxes.
Yeah.
And then there's the emotional 3D meat sack that I can't stand
Hmm.
because I can't seem to get off the roller coaster, which makes me unstable, so to speak, because I'm fine 1 minute and then I just kind of head dive into tears. It doesn't take much and I get triggered and I can't wrap my head around it.
It takes time.
It takes time. And
Yeah.
even though we say spirituality, there is no concept of time, but here in this world, we do have time. and we honor and respect your time. So as happy as we are to see you, um, our prayers are still with you, and our support is with you. And sometimes this little break that you're going to have right now may lighten up the heart a little, because you know how much family you have here and all the love that they're giving you and supporting you.
Well, it's interesting that all the people that I had cut ties with back home, the it has come back around, and we're now all communicating on Lee's side and my side.
It's beautiful, though.
I just right now I'm in mama bear mode because I'm trying to comfort the rest of my kids, and that includes all of my adoptive 100,000 kids that I have, which are just anybody that knows my kids.
Hmm.
I was always the Kool-Aid house. Everybody wanted to come over, and so at his celebration of life, I was fine. I was totally fine because I was just comforting everybody else. It's when I stop, get by myself, or it's just me and Lee, and it's dead silence.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I'm trying really hard not to sit in that corner because that's where he is. If you can't see the urn,
Is it okay? I just want to say hi, Michael, because he is more.
you can say hi to him. We do. I go and pat him, and I sit and talk to him. Now I don't. I talk to him all the time, but having him here was a relief because we weren't sure we were going to be able to come home with him because it was going to take a while. But they put a rush on it.
Beautiful.
And I also want to apologize to everybody that I had to cancel private readings. And I will get those rescheduled as soon as I can. But right now I'm facing having to go back to West Virginia.
We lost you.
I said I wanted to apologize to everyone that I had to cancel a private reading. And I'll get those rescheduled as soon as I can. Right now, I'm facing having to go back to West Virginia because I have to take care of the legal stuff, and so that's coming up. But I'm going to do my best. I challenged myself to come on here today. I miss you guys so much. It's just hard for me. One thing you don't do is read cards when you're that emotional.
yeah.
You do not do that because it's too much of you in the cards, and that's not okay. I did it once when 24 hours after I lost Michael, and I was actually in a good place.
Mm-hmm.
And because I zoned myself out because I wanted to hear from him what happened.
You said good place, and then after that, it went out.
I was in a good place at the time, and I pulled cards because I needed to hear from Michael through the cards of what happened. And it worked out fine, and it explained a lot. And of course, like most of our loved ones that have passed, he just wants us to be happy, move on, and don't sweat the small stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, Lee's going to help me get this mic fixed, because one of the things that when we cleaned out Michael's apartment, I have all of his fancy microphones now.
There you go.
So he contributed to the show in many ways.
So when you connect that one, does your voice get deeper like puberty, or you get
well, I'm working on the beard. I'll get
I was debating on whether or not to bring Toth into this, but I don't.
Oh, well, I've spit enough and thrown enough furniture recently, so.
Well, it looks like it's all in good place. Yeah.
Yeah, Lee's back to work, and he's doing it helps him because he's in a really good 3D job, and that's what helps him. Now, if I had a 3D job, I'd jump right back into it, but I don't exactly have a 3D job, so it's taken a little bit longer. The littles were kind of shocked because I guess it wasn't explained well enough from Kayla that they're bringing Michael home, and they thought that Michael was getting out of the vehicle, like walking and talking, and
oh no.
And so we sat down and tried to explain. Harley had a moment of tears, and she kept looking up at the clouds, and she's like, "Really?" So, but the other ones, they're just not. They don't, they don't really understand, and that's okay.
That's okay. I mean, everyone does it at their own pace, and like I said to you, you're going to be up one day, Ali's going to be down. You know, you guys are going through it all at different times. So
Yeah.
just have patience with each other.
Well, Lee and I have been great. If we didn't have each other, then we'd probably be in jail. But
Yeah, but I mean, if it's okay to say, like, the stages of grief, they don't all go in order.
no,
So some may accept it, some may stay in another place longer. So that's when I say just have the patience and say, well, why are you in acceptance and I'm still angry? You know, you have to have the patience on each one until you all get acceptance.
well, I have a spirituality question for you.
Okay. Ooh, Vippy.
Should I
Yeah.
start
You can if you want. Um, some of the things that Lee and I both have been experiencing, we're trying to determine, because I won't touch the cards, we're trying to determine if it's the enemy or if it's reality. And that's all these thoughts keep coming into our head that we will never have another full Christmas. We'll never have another full family portrait. It's is that reality, or is that the enemy just trying to keep us down?
Can I pull cards on it for you?
Yeah, yeah.
It, it's the 3D. What I'm getting is it's the 3D holding on to meat sack.
Yeah, out of the two, I'm getting reality.
Yeah, but spirituality is not that, because you know that he's always going to be with you even more now.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm going to ask: is this reality or is this?
But I just
You
told
want to
you.
say you want to say the enemy as in your ego, or is the enemy?
No. I've wrangled the ego. It's like this weird. I don't want to say out of body experience, but it's different perspective. It's like as I'm going through this grieving roller coaster, my higher self, the one that's good with everything, is looking down, going, trying to be patient and trying to explain to this that
Mhm.
that it's okay, it's normal. But
Is it his contract that was already up that he
yeah,
signed?
yeah. And actually, when I pulled cards that one time with Michael, it was his soul contract.
Mhm.
And it makes you wonder, if you could know your soul contract, would you want it? Would you really sign up for this? Or, because I also made that agreement with him. Not that we remember signing it, but
Yeah.
I don't,
So,
I wouldn't have wanted to know.
are you going to say is it your enemy that doesn't want you to grow in spirituality? Is that because I'm trying to get what the
To
enemy?
keep, to keep, because to keep the sadness at a higher level, the frequency at a,
Okay, so you want
Yeah,
to know if
well,
it wants to bring you down to a lower frequency
right. So
to dim
it's
your light, actually.
right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I yeah, I already had the download a while back, but he is doing such a greater purpose
Hmm.
with you now
Yeah.
than you can ever imagine. And you remember, if it's okay to share that picture that you sent us, if
Yeah.
it's okay for me to share that,
Yeah.
that one picture, the last one, you will look on the top of the angel and there's a baby. And the baby is saying, I now have a new contract and he is working with you
Yeah.
that he couldn't have done when he was here. Does
He's
that make
with
sense?
me. Yeah, he's with me all the time. I mean,
Yeah, but
all the time. And because I can feel him, and he shows me signs, for all of those who ask about butterflies and things. Oh
excuse
my
me one second,
goodness.
guys. I'm sorry.
Um, the things that I found out about Michael, because he was so humble, and he was a caregiver for the autistic community for adults in group homes. And I thought that he just went to one or two homes and he worked with the men to make them comfortable, entertainment, that and for security.
Mhm.
Turns out he went to every group home in the county and he was like an ambassador.
Oh,
And I mean, he did so much humanitarian work that I wasn't even aware of. And they acknowledged him for it.
Mhm.
And some other time, I'll show you the snow globe that's sitting behind me. And it came from a woman that he sat
Yeah.
with. He worked night shift, and she would have him shake that constantly until she fell asleep, and she would watch it. And he just did it because he loved her. When she found out that he had passed, he sent it through Michael's boss. She sent it to me. She said, "Give this to his mama and tell her what a wonderful, sweet man he was." That's why he was the gentle giant.
Yeah. Well, the cards looked exactly what I was going to say. Um, when he was here, he worked hard, John.
Yeah.
And you could, if I'm wrong, just go ahead and correct me because
No,
you're.
you're fine.
So he had to transform behind the veil
Mm-hmm.
to walk away from the things he couldn't do.
so
And
now that he
our
can't.
divine Father gave him that manifestation to help you. So
You got a lot of the same cards I did.
yeah, oh, I know. When I saw the clouds, you know me, I'm looking into the clouds, and look at this. This is so beautiful. Um, I know you're usually Empress, but
Yeah.
he came to help you with something going on really fast with
Yeah.
his help
Yep.
to finish what he needed to do and you
Yep.
needed to do. So as hard as it is to say the physical is not here, oh my God, his purpose will make you even more proud of what he did here.
He has actually moved Lee and I into another humanitarian project in his honor.
Nice.
So there are so many positive things about his death, and that makes it sounds really weird to say that,
I know.
but there are positive things.
Well, I
So
mean, I've been getting messages, Jen, and I'm just waiting when you're in a better place. But everything, as hard as it is, and I always see the Steel Magnolias movie when she lost Shelby and she just wants to hit somebody.
slap wings up.
And I wanted to be Weezer, and I tried to come down there for you, but it's not going to be this week. But yeah, when you're ready, we'll talk about it. But
Yeah.
it's it is a difficult thing to go through, and
Yeah.
you're going to do it. You got all the support. I mean, feel
Yeah.
the energy from our group. Our group
Oh yeah.
is such an amazing group, and to the live chat. I mean, how much energy we put for you guys to help you be well, to help you spiritually grow. I
Yeah.
mean, we also love and support you guys too.
Yeah.
Mm,
And continue to pray for Joe Petrie, our JoJo, who
yes.
she's still dealing with the loss of her mother, and my heart
Hmm.
goes out to her. That happened 2 days before I lost Michael, so
Yeah.
it's uh, it's you think that you've got it all figured out spiritually, but you really don't until you're tested.
Yep.
So, but I'm not going to keep you. You guys get to your show, and
Well, I mean, if you want to be, or go for it. If you feel up to it, pop in, pop out. It's up to
I
you.
I might stay and listen. I can't pull cards. I don't
No,
trust
no.
my
Right.
emotions. So, but I can. I'll certainly listen.
Well,
I'll
You,
put
you
my
can you can try what Naughty does and just take your hands like this and just you know
you jazz hands.
yeah, that's all I do. I do finger puppets. I do all this stuff. But no, Jen. I mean, uh, it's amazing how we picked spirituality for this week without knowing what was going on. But I mean, you're going through some of the spirituality growth.
I tell you what, that's There was a little irony. I told Nadia about it. Monday, this past Monday, or the day that we traveled, it had marked the 1 year anniversary to the day and hour that we left West Virginia, said goodbye to Michael to start a new life in Kentucky. It was 1 year, and to the hour, the day that we were driving back to West Virginia to say goodbye to Michael.
Mm.
And that's irony for you. But let me tell you, the energy of where I used to live compared to where I'm at now, you could feel it as soon as you crossed the state line. It dropped and was so ugly and heavy, and that wasn't personal. We could walk around the city and feel it. Everybody is so hateful, and it's like they're the ones that were in the fog. I mean, you could feel the energy difference just between the two cities. It was wild.
Yeah. Well, let me put a little sunshine to that. Yesterday, my sister was driving on I-80 highway, right?
Mhm.
Convoys upon convoys of generators, trucks, everything getting set into place.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we are, yeah, it's happening. And she said once a couple convoys got off, there were other ones coming back on. So I think they're getting ready for electrical powers. But we were just curious, is it only in the major cities? Will it be in West Virginia where that thickness is, where they, or is it going to be all around the 50 states at
I
one
would
time?
think big blue cities where you're more
That's
apt
what
to
I
have
thought. Yes.
riots and things like that. And unfortunately, Chicago's one of them.
Mm.
But, and I do want to add my 2 cents about what happened to our dear president or commander in chief. And don't worry, I saw it and went, well, there it is. There's your
Yeah.
shock bird around the world.
Yeah, we all knew that one.
Yeah.
Okay, can I just ask? We asked Dennis yesterday on the show, or Michael,
Ace.
Ace or
King.
King.
Is that what it is today? Okay.
But we asked, is there a comm for the big maxi pad that was on his ear? Is that a comm, like a white flag or a surrender or something like that?
Not that I know of.
I gotta know if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because I think there was, I can't remember what we pulled on yesterday on the cards. But
I
we
was
were
probably
thinking,
going too fast for you.
yeah, he was on hyperspeed. I had
I was
to
on
pay him.
fire.
I had to pay him, not yesterday, the other day. I had to pay him to read another question he missed because he was so fast.
That's why the Lord led me to come on here today to slow him down a peg.
Yeah, please slow him down. My hands were on fire. And luckily I wasn't doing Braille because I would have been smelling smoke.
Wow.
In answer to your question,
Kick him so he can. But we were thinking, wouldn't it be hilarious if, like, the next time he comes on, it's on his other ear?
Oh,
Just to see if the people who are sleeping are awake and going, wait, what's that, the right ear? I would think that would be a better movie to watch.
yeah. We'll just go with the flow. But I'll sit and listen. You guys go for it.
KO.
Okay, but pop in whenever you want. Be in the.
You got the link. Keep it up.
Let's see. Did Michael supply the back room, the green room, with nice veggies and little dips and stuff for you?
No. No. He keeps opening this door. I have something propped up.
Oh no, I mean Michael Ace. I'm sorry.
Oh, now we're gonna get confused.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no, it was empty. The lights were out. No.
Yeah, because if you're going to sit in the green room, I figured he'd supply you with little chips and stuff.
No. Believe it or not, for a woman who cooks multiple times every day, no. I made pasta salad one day. Does that count?
Ooh.
That's it.
That's it.
Red Rover. I'll be right over.
Yeah, I just haven't done anything. I finally unpacked my suitcase just for me to turn around and pack it again, but that's
Well,
If I,
that's when
if I wake up, take a shower, and I'm not in jail, I'm having a great day.
you don't want them to go in jail and say, "Hey, Jen, what you're back for?"
Hey, long time no see. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, just always know in your heart we all love you and we support you.
I know. I appreciate.
Always, always,
And
always.
hugs and kisses to Lee and the family.
Yeah, they're little certainly keep. They actually got me in the pool the other day, which was weird.
And they
But
didn't dunk you under. That's
oh
even.
yes, they tried. Oh yes, they tried.
You know, speaking of it, I'll let you laugh. I finally went into my pool here
Did
and
you?
have a very bright orange swimsuit.
Ooh.
I think I caused Schneider to run away. I don't know if it was a distress
Who's
signal.
the pumpkin floating in the pool?
I'm like, Schneider, it's me, it's me. He just kept running.
It's like
So-
no.
So, yes,
I
I did.
want videos of that next time. All right.
Yeah, there you go.
I will send you a video of Schneider running. Yes, I will.
And our military community has been beautiful through this as well. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
All right, Michael, do your thing. I'll be quiet.
No,
Yeah,
you're
cr-
fine.
Criticize us on the live
We
chat.
can- I don't. Does you, Spirit have anything for you to say there, Nadia, about our spirituality?
Thought I did. Okay.
Hi, Lee.
Is Lee there? Hey, Lee. Hugs and kisses and support to you. You know, we hold you up too.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Excellent.
How are you doing?
One day at a time.
There you go.
That's
Just
it.
Day at a
And
time.
that's
Yep.
well, I'm glad you said that because that's what spirituality is basically about. You be in the moment.
One day at a time.
One day, being grateful. Okay, so
Sounds
There
like
is
a
a-
TV show.
there is a YouTube one day at a time. I remember that.
Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to dress Schneider up as Schneider, but I couldn't put overalls on him. All right. So I mean jeans, not overalls. So there's this podcaster, and he has a YouTuber too. I don't know if a lot of you know him. His name is Michael Singer, and he has a YouTube show that says "Be grateful for the moment," and it is really nice. He compares life with golf. I mean, you know, you hit the ball, and it's not where you wanted it to be, which is life, but yet you make do. Instead of complaining, you go and you focus where it wants to go. And you take that one step. Hey, is that Gabby? Hi, Gabby.
Hi.
The head of Gabby.
The head of Gabby, yeah.
So it's you know, you focus instead of looking at it in a bad way. You go and you deal with it, and it's that moment that you enjoy, that you hit that ball, that it went to where it went, and it's a learning process, you know.
Well,
probably
golf
like-
is my handicap. So
I don't golf, but I'd probably be cussing all the way to the next hole. So, you know.
I don't golf at all. Oh boy. Okay, I got it. Hold it. Do people like spiritually know that I'm on a show and that's when they call me and come in and all that stuff?
Yeah.
So, here's, you want to laugh? Here's my notes, by the way. It's on a napkin
Nice.
because I wanted
better
to.
napkin than toilet paper.
Well, it could have been that if during COVID, it could have been toilet
And
paper.
what cocktail bar did you go to?
Well, actually, I heard that what's his name, Bob Dylan. All his songs were on napkins, so I figured one day you guys find this napkin, I'll sign it for you.
Oh, wow.
Spiritual sovereignty. There's a couple things that I try to talk about with spirituality, about being in the moment. There's no one size fits all for a formula of how to get to spirituality. There's no one route. So all of us, as we're growing, as we're learning, We're all going our own journeys.
Mm.
So, but the journey is within yourself. And like you mentioned before, Jen, our soul contracts, nobody, nobody told us what our soul contracts were. We had to come down here. So I always say that us being an empath or a light worker or whatever, we picked the same package. We all went through basically the same traumas. Depending on how bright your light was, I'm sure your life was even more miserable. But we all had to be protected because the dark was much stronger than us. Now,
Mhm.
as we're all getting together, finding each other through all of these YouTube channels, this is how we did it. We were like meandering rivers, getting to where we needed to go. Um, we're starting to learn to take that, trust our family here, and shed, and our lights are shining. We still have others that need to remove some baggage, and once those baggage, you'll shine brighter. You'll be here. Your purpose. You will know why you are here.
Yeah.
So, what is spirituality? It is basically a balance between the physical and the metaphysical. And that's one thing that I felt was important to talk about, physical and metaphysical. We are here in a 3D world, and we all know we are not of a 3D world. We know we are higher than that. However, one of our tests are to try to incorporate ourselves in the 3D, but know that our reactions are not of the 3D. Does that make sense? The more you run away from 3D, it seems like the more it chases you.
Sometimes you have to make through the be in the 3D. You just
You do. You
yeah.
have to, but I mean, there's so many people that once they start to feel that they're rising and they're spiritually growing, oh, I don't need to go outside or see these people or see these people or talk. Yeah. But the thing is, it comes to you then. So I do. I go out in the 3D world. I go karaoke and I go and see, hey, let me make a difference to those 3D people. If I can raise their frequency just by being there, then I am shining my light.
My
So,
karaoke is in my room by myself.
well, the world thanks you for that then.
There you
That's the cocktail bar where she wrote on the napkin. Okay.
go.
Yeah, but it's like one of the frequencies you have to overcome is the neutrality, is the not being one-sidedness. So if we are all like, oh, we're at 4D and we don't associate with 3D, well, you already are taking one side.
Well, and how we respond to 3D. Yeah, when you get to
Exactly.
the point it doesn't trigger you and send you into a whirlwind or a tailspin, then you're making great progress. Because if something bad happens, I wouldn't go about a death, but maybe it's financial or something breaks and falls apart. When you don't fly off the handle, you're making great progress. You just
Exactly.
go, oh, well, okay.
And
So,
then there's another thing is when somebody does trigger you,
mm,
it's your inner work that you have to do. It's not the
right,
person that triggers you, it's your inner work. So if it bothers you, you have to sit there and figure out, why does it bother you?
right,
You can and how many times do you say, if you have a relationship, you cannot change the person that you're in the relationship with, but you can change you in order to change the relationship.
right.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to say?
Yeah,
Well,
where's my lunch?
Well, if you would have stocked the green room, it wouldn't have been that bad.
All right. Also, how balanced are you?
It was stocked, by the way,
It was,
Okay.
how
until I
balanced are
left.
you? I mean, a lot of people, so most of you know I do healings and I try to get them balanced, and I also try to teach them. And when you say the word meditation, it's almost like a cuss word. I can't meditate. Oh, I don't have time to meditate. I mean, you can sit there and watch Instagram for 2, 3 hours, but you need even a split second to meditate. Now, meditating could be just breathing. So if you guys would like to try something, You put your hand on your belly, and when you inhale, does it go in or out? Uh-oh, Michael's 3D right now.
I was going to say it's going to take more than one hand to cover my belly.
So inhale, guys. I would like you to inhale. And where does it go? Does it inhale? Does your stomach go in, or does your stomach go out when you inhale?
Inhaling, it goes out.
Okay.
Because I'm backwards.
No, you're right. Actually, you are correct. A lot of us don't know how to inhale, so when we inhale, we feel that we have to fill our lungs. So you're top breathing, and it's not. Actually, when you focus on your breathing, when you inhale, your stomach has to go out. And that
I don't
is,
know if it'll go out much further.
I was going to
Just
say,
go.
yeah.
I'm going to say, when I learned how to inhale the proper way, my Buddha became bigger. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I can still
And
rub
that's-
mine, but I'm still waiting for the genie to come out.
That's her story, and she's sticking to it. So.
Yeah, it's nothing with the eating. It's basically breathing. I'm a binge breather. I binge and not purge. How's that? No, but when you inhale, your belly has to come out. So when you focus on breath work, if you basically just keep your mind still and focusing on breath work, that's a type of meditation. If you feel like you need to be guided, there are multiple ways of having guided meditations.
Even prayer is a meditation. Too.
Well, believe it or not, in the morning when you're sitting there with a cup of coffee with no TV on and you're enjoying that coffee is a meditation.
Well, it's hard to do that when you're trying to battle in the spiritual world. You know, when you drink your coffee at the same time, it just spills all over you.
You need one of those travel mugs.
Well, I was going to say, we're getting the sippy cup. He'll do better.
No, I could see Michael battling with those two sippy cups in his
The beer chug.
yeah, with the straw. Yeah.
There you go. Hand
Coffee kegs. That's my invention.
Yeah. So is drinking a cup of coffee in the silence, sitting outside with that cup of coffee, enjoying that moment is a meditation. So it doesn't mean just sitting there for half an hour going om and you feel nothing except just the word om. So I mean, going within yourself is what spirituality is. It's not going out.
Yeah.
So another thing is I want to make clear that when you are in spirituality, it's your individual journey. It's not, I'll say my individual journey. Oh, look, I'm more spiritual than you. Well, I'm not spiritual if I'm saying that I'm better than you.
Right.
So it's nothing like being a guru or having a, what do they call those what are they call those people that are a leader and have all these people following them in Jamestown or whatever it was?
Communes.
Yeah. Yeah, cults. That's not it. Spirituality is an individual growth within you. Now, if we have commonality and all us light people, light workers have a commonality and we get together and join a group meditation or something, it helps increase you, but it is your journey.
Right.
I'm kind of liking this subject today. It's just, thank you guys.
Like recently, I haven't been able to do like normal meditations. My meditation is sitting with that cup of coffee and just talking to God. And just simply asking him, okay, get me from, I don't even ask to get me through the day, get me from this hour to this hour. And just talking and asking lots of questions. And sometimes you get an answer, then sometimes you'll find out.
Well, yeah, because we all know that it is free will. I mean, if you need to get out of that hour, you got to choose to be with him to get out of that hour. I know it's hard. I mean, there's so many struggles, but it's going to push you. It's going to slingshot you, Judd.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's weird. Sometimes I sit this before all this happened to get intel and try to keep up with. So you have to keep up with a little bit of the 3D world, so you know whether you're coming and going.
Yeah.
But since this happened, TV and that stuff, it makes me sick to my stomach because you realize how irrelevant it is,
Hmm.
if that makes sense. I
Yeah.
understand that you have to, like I said, live in the world and do all those things, but it's even lower down on the priority list, if that makes sense.
It's amazing that you said that because Islamically, we'll say it like that. You know how there's traditions or follow the Quran and what they say? They say that when you are in a time of mourning, you need to be away from any outside radio, TV, or anything for 40 days. After the 40 days, now you begin to live your life again.
Yeah.
But it gives you and them that time for that grieving project. But when you put on the radio, the TV, it's actually prolongs it because it's just keeping busy work instead of going within.
Well, for me, music is healing, even if it's the sad stuff.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
music is healing, so I can't say that I would put music in that. I understand that that's culture or their religion.
Yeah.
I For me personally, I if I lost my music, I'd probably lose my marbles worse than I already have. But as far as 3D TV shows and that kind of stuff, yeah, it just doesn't interest me.
So I think you
for
should
it
sing
too.
for us karaoke on Sing the Wall, since I did.
Yeah, Nadia chickened out. She was going to sing something to honor Michael. We
I
used to do.
did.
Well, you did one, but she chickened out on the one. We used to do Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd. Michael would walk around and tell the littles that they couldn't have any pudding if they didn't eat their meat. And the other one was Bohemian Rhapsody. The whole family does that one. So she did that one.
I did that one, but I'm not going to go sing that song in a bar full of drunk men.
So I said, "You're a chicken." I would have.
I would have pudding all night long. So I chose not to sing that one. Yeah, and we did meditation. We talked about breath work. We talked about gratitude, getting grounded. A lot of us need to get grounded. If you
Okay,
can't,
what is grounding? Is it you have to be outside with your feet on the ground, bare feet, shoes on? Okay,
that is one form. That is one form. I mean, the intention. Say the intention. If you have your shoes on, but your intention is grounding, that's okay. If you could take your shoes off, it's better because this is what society decided to make rubber soles in order to prevent the grounding energy. Now, if you cannot get out, um, even if you have a flower pot, put your hands in the dirt. There are grounding stones like jasper. Make sure they're cleaned, in sunlight or moonlight or whatever you choose. But
soap and water.
no soap and water. You can actually put it in brown rice. You can put it in on selenite. There's so many ways of grounding it, but holding that when you meditate, that's a form of grounding. Let's see what else is a form of grounding.
I'm not sticking my hands in Michael's ashes, so no.
Well, I didn't say that. You can do it in Lee's ashes because he smokes outside. So that's
The grease that he comes home with. Yeah.
okay. Well, that's natural. I mean, petroleum is anything that is natural. Water is grounding. Meditating with salt water. Put your feet in the salt water. That's grounding.
Stick your head in the salt water.
Also, believe it or not, if you can't put your head in it. We'll let Michael try it and come back next week and tell us how do you feel.
Yeah. Salty.
I'll
feel salty.
But I mean, we are now. We joked around and we said thank you for the 0-calorie ice cream or whatever. I mean, that's the intentions that is bringing us into a higher frequency. Right. You can have an intention of pretending your feet are in the salt water. You can do that. You can imagine yourself, and that's what I love about us going to a higher density. Imagination is manifestation. So you can imagine your feet in salt water. and you could say remove all negative energy, and it still works, because also with sovereignty is your voice. Your voice is also part of your spirituality.
So basically, if you have the ability to imagine yourself on vacation, so whether if you like the beach, you imagine yourself on the beach or in the mountains or whatever that means to you,
Mhm.
that intention that you have in your imagination is a huge part of your subconscious.
Mhm.
So, and that people learn how to astral project using their imagination. You have to consciously think about it, but put it in your brain and it'll get you there. That's the same form of thinking my toes are buried into the sand on the beach.
Exactly. Not
Yeah.
mitosis, my toes.
My toes. Okay.
Ba-da-ba. All right. Anyway, yeah, imagination. Even like I with healing, I always say it's fun to create with Crayola, because yes, you can spiritually get these colors down to do certain properties. Um, Sovereignty. eh, you also have to understand. You may not be carrying your own baggage. You could be carrying other people's baggage,
Absolutely.
an entity connection, whether they're an energy vampire, whatever. So when you feel down, or something like a thought came in your head that is not yours, you have to check, is it yours or is it not?
Yeah.
And sovereignty, use your words. This is not mine. I don't accept it.
And it's great advice to give to empaths. Most of us are empaths here, different levels, of course, but empaths, an untrained or unaware empath will hold someone else's pain or suffering, and it's not yours to hold. It's you can help guide, but don't hold on to it.
And once you're done, you have to let go of it. You do
Mhm.
not put it into your aura. So a lot of us have cloudy auras, not just by our negative thoughts, but by other people's negative thoughts. And meditation, breath work will clean that out, but it will also strengthen your aura. And you know what? It was so funny. I was thinking back of the picture of the auras.
Mm.
Maybe I should bring that up and see, King, if I send it to you, would you be able to bring it up? Or Jen, if you may have it
No,
from,
I can do it if you've got it.
yeah, I'll send it to you on Messenger.
Okay.
If I can find it.
If I
Look.
can find the messenger.
One
Well,
of
how do you?
one of the great ways that I can find myself if I need to be grounded very quickly, I simply ask Christ. Simply ask Christ in the moment to help bring me back down or make me focus. You know, I'm constantly asking Yeshua to take stuff, and he doesn't have a problem with it, but you have to ask first.
Yeah. Where do you want it? On your email, or do you want it on Messenger?
You can do a messenger. I've got you.
Okay.
Or you can do it from where you are, I think.
Can I?
With a present down below
Yeah,
Um,
you can.
on StreamYard.
well, I
You,
can't, 'cause it's on a different. Yeah. Hold on. I'll
you have
send
to
it.
send it to yourself if you were going to do it.
Yeah. I chose not to put Messenger on my laptop because I don't want people interrupting our our shows. So I sent it to you.
You did.
I did.
Oh, did you now?
Well, Jen, let me send it to you too, just in
There we
case.
go. Oh, got
You
it.
got it?
I
Okay, there
got
you
it.
go.
Well, okay. Let's see if I can bring it up.
And this is the funny thing. We decided to let spirit take over, so I wasn't ready to have that sent. So that
I
was
don't
kind of
think that that was intended for Jen to take over. I thought I was going to pop in here just for a minute and say thank you to everybody and let you know I was still breathing.
listen. We are hospitable people. You come in, have a cup of coffee with
You
us.
just don't get snacks, but you know.
Uh, I don't know. How do I bring it in? Slides? Share screen? Share screen. No. Got it.
Okay, Jen, let me send it to you.
Okay. Shout out to Sister Terry for planting a tree in Michael's honor.
Oh, great.
Speaking of, I have some plum seeds I was going to work on.
Ooh,
There's two types. It's a velvety plum and a apricot plum.
nice.
So we can put that. We could do that in Michael's honor. And the deers will be happy since that was your sign from him.
Oh, yes. And that deer still keeps coming back. So,
Oh dear.
oh dear.
All right, Jen, I sent it to you.
Okay.
And then there's another one just in case. So we can get to it. Oh, and that's a nice one. That the second one is very nice also.
There you go.
All right, we got it. Making my glasses on.
You see it?
No, I will now.
I do.
Now I do. All
Thank you,
righty.
Dad.
Thanks, Jen.
You're welcome.
Orange,
Another
state,
reason
soil,
you-
and bio.
Okay, if you see, let's go in the middle. That's the common person. You notice how the aura is weak. The thoughts are all jumbled in the mind, and there's your light inside, but not as strong
Hmm.
because we're still through negative thoughts, and we're not worthy as we should be. So you see, the light is not as bright. And
Or someone very 3D.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Or
this is
someone that's very 3D. Yeah.
yeah the common. So everything's flexible. Even your aura is flexible. So now look at the diseased one. This is us carrying our baggage, maybe other people's baggages, a lot of mental issue, 3D, definite 3D problems, finances, family, uh, friends. It's all jumbled in the head. Now, when you have that much in the diseased, all those thoughts go down to the throat. So now you got throat issues.
Hmm.
Or if I'm not worthy enough, now I got solar or um, um, solar plexus issues. So you see how weak your aura is. It lets everything in. You get cracks in it. That lets other entities come in, attachments, cords, negative cords to your spleen, and sometimes. And Jen knows when I get drained. If I get drained, somebody's either attached to my spleen or my liver, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've done that too. I mean, so the more you focus on yourself spiritually, meditate, breathing, look at the spiritual side. Look at how thick the aura is,
Yeah.
how clear the mind is, because you're letting spirituality take control over the ego.
Mm-hmm.
And look how bright your light shines. And that's what we're at right now. Most of us in a higher frequency is really shining our light. And the amazing thing is, the brighter your light is, the darkness doesn't like it. They don't come around.
And if you can't, see other people's auras, or if you don't know anybody that can see your aura, you can feel this yourself of how you respond to the world. And so you can test yourself. I'm sure people will ask, how bright is my aura, or am I doing okay? Am I spiritual, common, or diseased? The fact that you're even asking the question is a good thing, but you can do this yourself. How do you feel about how do you react to things? You can just test yourself.
I'll tell a story that happened last year. Um, I went to that Arhatic retreat, which is more for healing and meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the meditation was so powerful that my aura was huge. And the funny thing is, one of the women from the class walked in my aura. She was actually in my aura. And her face was like, oh, something's not right. What's wrong? I don't know. Something doesn't feel right, because it wasn't her aura. And I'm like, looking, spirit, what's going on? And they gave me the message, and I told her, close your eyes. And she goes, okay. And I go, ask your spirit that. Are you in my aura? And she goes, oh my God, yes. So,
You forgot to put the sign on the door. Do not disturb.
well,
Back
I got a revolving
away,
door.
back away.
So I said, since you're in here, let's give her love. And I gave her love, and she loved. You could tell she was so relaxed. And I said, okay, now get out of my aura. But, but the thing is, um, hers was different because it wasn't as, strong. So,
Right.
and maybe that's what divine wanted her to come in my aura to know what it felt like. But for her, it was a weird feeling because people are at certain levels, density levels. So, Jen, I sent you another,
It's up there. He just has to click a button.
not not that button.
No, it's not eject or launch.
All right, Roy, you're gonna love this one. This one's especially for Roy. I know he's in here. Um, when you're in a lower level, you're in the ego. It's controlled by the outside. We're programmed by social norms. Um, when you start going up, and this is it, because just yesterday we talked about logical versus spiritual. So you're in the logical side of reactive to the outside world. So when we're doing our little sessions, he's always like, "Oh, my logical side," and I'm like, "That's next door. We are in the spiritual side right now."
Roy, you just need to do what I do. Get the duct tape and put the logical in the closet and just tape it in
Are
there.
But
do these colors come up when you're meditating? I'm wondering.
yeah, well, I mean, it also is what you're seeing is where are you? Are you grounded? That's egoic. You're more into the standing firm, standing grounded, rigid, only following the rules. Logical, you'll see, yeah, I could see that, but I can see this. But the logical is the reactive reaction to it. You're waking up, but you still want yellow, which is security, which is your navel chakra.
It's when you
Spiritual.
say make it make sense because you're still trying to use logic to figure it out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
my navel's already out, so I just.
Oh, you're an Audi? You
Well,
got an Audi?
I wasn't any, but now I'm an Audi.
You gotta check if it's one of those turkey syringes that pop out
Am
when
I
you're done.
done?
Yeah.
Yeah, am I done?
So,
Very well then. I guess I'm done.
so spirituality. Now, you're a free thinker. How many of us now we're thinking outside of the box? I mean, we're laughing, we're enjoying, we're not into the putting the mask and the fear. Believe it or not, people still have that.
Yeah.
But now you're seeing that, and you're outside of it. You're doing your own, you're beating to your own drum. So that's the green and the blue. The green is the heart, the blue is the throat. Now you can, if we all can get into enlightenment, you're just thinking of your higher self. You're passing, you're in the Christ-like consciousness of
Mm.
not judging, not thinking, just being.
Right.
And that's a really tough place to be. You could be in there maybe for a split second, but to be in that unconditional love of everybody, even though we still have memories of certain programs, certain races, certain whatever, it's really hard to get into that enlightenment. Not many, Yeshua, Moses, maybe Buddha, the enlightenment of unconditional love. And even monks, some monks cannot even get into enlightenment because they have no clue of the outside world.
Yeah.
So, in order to reach that, you have to go through all of that. And, it just dawned on me to remind everybody usually, when you get to the enlightenment, you'll see like a lotus flower or you'll see a sign of a lotus flower because we have to go through the guck, the mud, in order for that flower to go through it to open. That's your enlightenment.
And don't beat yourself up over and don't feel guilty. Most of us will probably never reach enlightenment until we cross over.
Oh, no. It's if you're into the spiritual, you're into love,
Yeah.
you're there, you're in the higher frequency. I mean, enlightenment is nice. And like I said, it's a split second. There's nobody right now, I don't believe, I could be wrong, that is 100% in enlightenment all the time. You can't. You're not living. Yeah. That's because you're in your room. Yeah, there's your
The
light.
light is up. The light is on.
Yeah, but that's what Jen said. It's true. Don't beat yourself up, because if you do, you're hitting guilt. You're lowering yourself. I just had a talk with a client this morning. You're judging yourself. Nobody else judges you.
Yeah.
We are souls experiencing humanness. Nobody gave us a booklet. In fact, we don't even know what we signed in our contract. So let's take off all of the guilt, all of the anger, all of the remorses, coulda, shoulda, woulda, because you're being divinely guided anyway to go through that learning. So if you hit a bump in the road or snag, it was meant for you to hit that.
Yeah.
So, and that's how you spiritually grow. How do you overcome that snag? That's your test. But judging, that's your handicap for you.
Yep.
All right. Do we want to go with questions, or are we still?
Yeah, we should, because we've already just passed the hour mark. And
Is
I've
there
only
anything
got-
else you guys want to add? Jen, you want to add anything else, or do we get everything?
It's just a constant learning process. We're in school and we have to have a little mercy and grace with ourselves as we go through this. And we're going to go back and forth constantly.
Yeah. That's called living. That's called being a human.
Yeah.
And we are a human here.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody said we are other than that, but we are a human. We chose to be this.
And regardless of where we came from, we know we came from, the heart and creation of God Himself. And I'm not talking about star families and all that. I mean, you can throw that in, but right now in the moment, we are human beings experiencing this. We picked it, even though we have spiritual amnesia.
Yeah.
We just need to get through it. And, I have to remind myself of that too. You can't always have it together.
No. And that's not learning. If you had it all together, you didn't learn a thing.
Yeah.
And your star family, they're all here cheering you on because you're the one representing them. They're like, well, I could have did it this way. Come on down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here goes the first. Roy. Does Spirit have message for Roy?
Yeah, stop being rational. Logical. Done. Next.
That
I'm gonna
doesn't mean
answer
being
like-
irrational, but
I want to be quick like Dennis yesterday. Yes, no. No.
Moving on.
Let's go.
Matchmaker.
Do you know that's Michael's side gig, Jen?
what? What's that?
As it has been for the last, 2 or 3 shows?
Matchmaking.
Matchmaker.
I'm gonna start now. You have a new name, Chuck Woolery.
All right, here we go. Oh, nice.
I get yes.
Lucky you. That's so funny. It's amazing. I don't know, Jen. You're going to have to help me on this one because what I get is really beautiful.
Well, then you don't need help, do you? If it's beautiful.
The first card that came out for him, I did a Kachina.
Okay.
God's giving you a message.
He's shining a light
Well,
on
like
what?
I said, yes.
And using your knowledge, your words.
Yeah, don't let people steal your voice.
Yeah. So in the past, he had a contract of coming and doing what he's going to do. And it is his voice that he has to use because right now you're stuck.
Mm.
Like you want to use your um, logic, but you also want to use it spiritually. So you're kind of stuck right now.
We
He's
need to remember.
also
Go
trying
ahead.
to please others as well, and that's why his voice is not coming
Mhm.
out.
Yeah, remember the Eight of Swords is about being hoodwinked or stuck, but she's not, the woman in that card is not bound so tight she can't get out of it. She just hasn't allowed herself or given herself permission to get out of it. So
Mhm.
basically, Roy, like you need to use your voice. I know you're highly into politics. You're highly, trying to bind your family back together and doing all these beautiful things, but don't let the world silence your voice because you're
Oh,
worried about someone else and how they think about you. Use it. And
yeah,
if they don't like it, then, they have a right to not like it, but you have a right to speak your voice.
exactly. But it is going to come fast. His voice is coming fast.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, and Roy, I can teach you. I have a one. I hate Nadia side. I have a healing sign. So it doesn't matter because it's you who you have to worry about. Don't be afraid of other people judging
Mhm.
you. I mean, judge. They have to judge you if you're not telling your truth, because certain people will know inside that you're pleasing them instead of telling them what they need to hear.
Well, one of the human things that we do in our ego is worrying about what other people think. And once you reach a certain level of spirituality, it really doesn't affect you anymore. You
No.
really just don't care.
Well, that's the wheel is turning for you.
Yeah.
You do have to work hard because the future is telling you to take that leap of faith.
Right. Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself. Yep. And bottom cards, I mean, we got the Three of Cups. You're going to celebrate it because you will be the King of
Yeah,
Swords.
that's good. That's good.
Uh,
That's a beautiful thing.
Oh,
Nadia,
I hope your Queen of Swords will be right next to you.
There you
Nadia,
go.
fourth from the
Woo!
bottom. Nadia,
Fourth, fourth from the
fourth from the
bottom.
bottom.
After
Take the
these three,
take the fourth card from the bottom.
1, 2, 3. Is he coming to America?
He's got some decisions to make. He has his
Yeah.
one foot in and one foot out. So there's some.
Darn. I thought he was
It
going to see
might
his
be. Maybe
family.
he's trying to make a decision to come see his brothers and sisters here. But
Yeah, there you go. Now
Well,
I
he
have
needs
one foot in,
this
one foot out.
first.
oh, okay, yeah. He needs this part first.
My finances.
Are my finances about to improve?
The funniest thing is there were no pentacles in that, Katrina. Spreads.
Mm.
Let's check. Well, there we go.
I get a strong yes.
Which
Yeah,
can mean, because you didn't have pentacles, it could mean that don't focus so hard on it, that spirit wants you to focus on other things than money.
yeah. Because
Even though it's part of our world, we have to. We got to eat, we got to pay the bills, but it's not the number one thing.
it's funny. It's going to come to you when you need it because both thumbs, actually, both thumbs are really vibrating, which means yes and no only when, like God will provide. That's what it means. Have trust, have faith. Don't
Yeah.
be focused on the finance, like Jen said. Yes.
So I guess you got a yes.
I got a yes, weak
You got
yes.
a
It was
yes.
a weak yes because it's talking about security, the second chakra. Don't focus on it.
Just let it
I
go.
don't know that I would advise anybody to do what I do. You can if you want to. You do you, boo. But usually if finances begin to become a problem, I try not to let it affect me anymore. I just turn to God and say, you need to fix this
Yep.
because I'm not doing it. Nope.
I just ask for more, and
Yep.
She goes and takes the envelope and says, "Okay, electric bill today."
Exactly. You need to pay this. Yep.
Yeah,
I need free energy now.
That's right.
it's on its way.
All right. So, baby, will the walnut salve get rid of my rash? Salve.
Salve.
Gunk.
One of the best salves I've ever used is propolis salve from bee pollen. It's
My
powerful.
grandmother used to use tiger salve.
Mm.
You grind a tiger?
Yeah,
Would you put him through a meat grinder? What you do?
What is tiger salve? um, all right, thank you. It can, yes, it can work. However, you're worrying about things, and that's why the rash is there.
yep,
Mm.
that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, so basically, what you're saying is she needs to get to the root of why you even have a rash.
Exactly.
Yes. I mean, it will cover it, but it will keep coming back because of the worrying. Again, too.
Mm.
Find a
But isn't
tiger,
that how you
grab its
spell? Isn't
tail.
that how you spell salve though? Salve.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not your
just
spelling.
find a tiger and hold its tail.
Oh, the kids sing that all the time. Catch a tiger by his toe. If you holler, let him go.
No.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, financial, but God provides. Just we should all sing "Let It Go, Let It Go."
I think everybody after this show is going to take all their bills outside and start yelling at the sky. Pay these bills.
I don't know if you guys ever had this commercial, but we had it where it says something something. They open their windows and we can't take it anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, that was
I want my
that
money
came
right
from the
now.
movie.
yeah. And I can't
Was it
take it anymore.
Network or something like that?
Yeah,
Who's it? J.D. Wentworth.
yeah. It was something. I just remember I can't take it anymore. What is irritating? Stop doing that flame throwing thing that you do.
She's swallowing swords. Caroline's in the newest circus.
Oh, speaking of that, remind me after we do that about circus. That's amazing. It's irritating.
I'm getting it. She's coming down with a head cold.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Something in the air.
Yeah.
Is there a new type of allergy or something? But yeah, I'm not getting much on the throat chakra at all.
It's just the pigment of my
No, it's normal. Everything is normal. So I wonder if it's the rain and all that stuff.
Well, she also cleans homes, so I wonder if there's a cleaning product that could be irritating it.
Yeah, but I don't have any congestion. I don't have any on her throat chakra. That's a good question. Well, we'll clean it out. Yeah, it could be. It could be from the cleaning. It's something in the air. That's what I got.
Well, if you're coming down with something, it doesn't take much on the outside to irritate it. Like something that wouldn't normally irritate mine. If I'm getting sick, everything irritates my throat.
Okay, so now going back to the circus. Let's go to the circus,
What
boys.
is this?
grab
I
a
would-
lion by its tail.
Ace can be ringmaster. Let's see the top hat and the cane. And
Oh, I gotta
There
see
you
his
go.
little coat there, all like. Mm. Okay, so we went to this mini circus. All they had were acrobats, jugglers, stuff like that. They had this one, three guys. They called them the Kraken. Now these people were bending body parts that shouldn't be bent that far.
were they human?
Well, that's kind of scary.
So
We
is
should
that a contortionist? Isn't that what they call them?
contortionist, but it's way beyond contortion. Now, that's one way of thinking it. Are they human? We should ask that question. But I was while I was watching it, I felt like it was in a higher density. Are they in a higher density that they can do what they do? Or like they had these, I call them ex gymnasts, and they perfectly plant their hands in everything. To me, I wasn't getting that it's practice. To me, I was getting almost like a manifestation of
A
him.
gift,
I'm sorry?
a gift that they had a gift to do it.
A
But
gift.
no, the
Yes.
first question, is it positive or negative?
Okay.
Because the negative can only manipulate their environment. If it's positive and they just have a gift, maybe they have the ability to do it. But I don't know if they're human. That's the thing.
Okay. So let's ask if it's positive or negative, right? So we'll talk just about the contortionist because it was unbelievable.
Or is the herring circus?
Herring circus. Okay.
What did he call it?
Herring circus.
What was
All
this
right.
part of the herring circus?
Rose Nyland from the Golden Girls.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
I was not a Golden Girls.
Did-
My brother was.
Oh, shock face.
As funny as Betty Davis was, I could not handle
Betty Davis, Betty White.
Betty White. As funny as she was, I couldn't handle stupidity. So for me, that wasn't funny. It was stupidity.
It was an innocent ignorance. It wasn't really that she was dumb. It was just an innocent ignorance.
Yeah, but I didn't know the difference back then. I just thought like,
just don't shoot any of them out of a cannon.
Well, have you ever asked yourself, which Golden Girl would you be? I was always Dorothy.
oh, me too. That's what they told me I was. Yeah. And now that's kind of sad.
You can be Blanche there, Jez. Okay, just saying.
Well, I gotta polish up on my southern drawl.
I'll assist you with that one.
Yeah, I think in the future I may be. Okay, are they of the light?
All right.
Let's do the cards.
Next
Like-
question.
The contortionist. Are we not answering? Are you ignoring my question?
I'm waiting for you, but you're taking all this time. You know, you get
What?
lost. You get lost in the circus.
Okay,
I have
well,
to go
what is
hunt
your
you
answer?
down.
What is your answer? Ignore me. Come on, be
I
part
forgot
of
what
the
the
family
question
member.
was.
Were those contortionists of the light or not? Yeesh.
That was your Vippy?
Yeah, we'll say Bippy. Well, we were talking about spirituality. And, okay, Jen, I got King of Swords, Knight of Cups, but Nine of Swords. I think they are of the light.
Yeah, Nine of Swords could be, because that's not the worry.
Your voice.
Jojo.
So it's a positive then.
Yeah, it's a positive.
They're not negative. It says not to worry about it. So
Yeah, but that's what I wasn't even thinking of it then. I was thinking of it as a higher frequency to, when you manifest or anything, they're in a higher frequency where they can do, like Trina said, I think it was yesterday, she wants wings to fly, or how come she can't fly here, but she can fly astrally, It puts you in a different mind frame.
yeah.
So that's what I wanted to say. Spirit, connecting that to spirituality. Things happen to you that you would have never thought about if you were in a lower frequency.
True.
That's all. All right, now go to JoJo.
Does Jojo have an attachment? Is her liver affected?
What's
I get yes.
Well, it's a cord. Ask if it's a cord.
Yes.
Liver is a place for anger. So we can remove that cord. It's probably somebody making you mad. Or you can use your words and say, it's not mine, I don't want it. I mean, we're saying that the reason why I can remove it, I can clean it out, but we want you guys to know how to do it for your own sovereignty. If you feel that is not your anger, say it's not my anger.
This is over a child.
Jojo, if you want, are you here? If you can answer, Jen wants to know: is this anger from a child?
They're just showing me a little. They're showing me a little.
And thank you, Joe, for the coffee. She's still here.
Male or female? Is it a male, Jen? As I see.
No. The child's a female. I'm just curious if there's anger. It has something to do with the child because they just showed me a little.
Oh, she wants it removed.
Yeah, I'll do it, but we got to figure out. Like, you have to understand. We'll remove it, and you have to put boundaries. Could it be a? Could be a child. Is it because I'm getting a male figure in here too. So I'm thinking maybe is there like a not I don't want to say custody, but is there?
Well, is it the male? The child I got was female, but the male that's making her angry could be.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's like a let's say battle of the sexes. How's that?
222.
Oh, there you go. Okay, I'm gonna take the camera off, Jojo. Let me try to remove it, and then you guys go ahead and continue.
Okay.
Why? You want me to put the camera on?
No, that's okay.
What you
You
guys
want
see?
to hide? If you want
wanna
to hide,
see-
that's
I want
fine.
to see you guys see me standing on my head.
Maybe she removes cords from.
While
She does her
takes
healing naked.
hands.
Well, I don't want you guys to see me kill this chicken. No, I'm kidding.
She does her healings naked, so we don't want to see that.
Oh Lord, no. Well, thanks for the visualization. Yes.
Put blue around it.
Now I can't get it out of my head.
You're welcome.
Oh, is that what the smile is all about?
Let's see. Marcy's up next. Okay. Let's go with Marcy. My body has been vibrating inside, off and on, for years. What is it?
Unsettled spirit.
Yep, that's what I'm getting.
I do that. Sometimes it's a vibration. Sometimes you can actually feel your body rocking. And I've discovered it's because your soul is very anxious to return to its home. And when you're unsettled spiritually, it can physically vibrate your body.
Mm.
So therefore, we just need to work a little harder in prayer or meditation or, to get that grounding that we need.
Right.
And I get that when I'm certain times I meditate, my legs have that. Like I cannot get my legs on the ground enough.
Yeah.
Just like Elvis, you can't stop. You can't stop moving.
Yeah, it's like restless leg syndrome, but it's like for the whole body. It's
Oh, it
just,
drives me nuts.
it's like a twitch almost. But yeah, it's very spiritual people tend to have that. You can't sit still.
I just keep swimming.
There you go.
Nadia sent me that the other day. She said, just keep swimming. She's checking on me. And I sent her a picture of a guy in like very shallow puddle of water just flopping back and forth. We've been waiting for it to rain so Jen can swim. So
And yeah, they said you had rain yesterday. Did you?
yeah, we had a little bit this morning too. We desperately need it. It is so dry. The ground is cracking so bad. We're worried about the fence falling over.
Well, you should have told me while I was naked. I could have been dancing.
Oh Lord. We don't want floods, okay?
Okay.
That's not.
Yeah, the pond is halfway filled. I mean, it is very
Wow.
dry.
Wow.
Yeah, we could use them out here too. It hasn't rained for quite a while.
I had enough
A
rain.
daggone sunshine. How dare it?
Well,
Well,
even that hasn't come out all that often. But
We had so much rain that
it's good.
half a Schneider was black. he just laid right in the mud, and yeah, he had to take a nice hose bath that day.
Whether he liked it or not.
He didn't like it. I'm not even.
Well,
Gonna
you're
say.
already out there naked. You can take one too. So,
All right, Charlotte, I feel that our higher self serves God. I
Yeah.
call it as being a pivot point to others.
Mhm.
Am I on point?
No, yeah. Do you want me to use my hand? Because we're
Well,
all
I'm getting
agreeing.
on the money, but slightly off point because you don't want to be on point. It's too sharp.
We need to remember that our higher selves are constantly moving in motion as well to the next level. That that so they're also growing that higher level. Mine right now is in the 8th density, but high enough to be able to deal with the 3D stuff that I'm dealing with right now. And but we it our higher selves, no matter what level, are always there to serve God, but constantly learning. So look to your higher self for answers when this version doesn't get it yet, because you've already been there, done that. Absolutely. I'd turn to God first, and then, most
Yeah, but
likely God sends your higher self to give you advice.
Electric bill.
There you go.
but sometimes when you're zigging, they're zagging because they're also learning spirituality.
True. True.
And when you're
But
yinging, they're yinging.
but a lot of the 3D things, that they've already done it, and they know what's important and what's not. Their scale is much different, so they can help you through some of the things that we think are so massive and so troublesome. They're like, yeah, it's nothing.
You
Yeah,
should see what we're going through.
yeah, yeah.
Any messages?
Yes, pay your electric bill.
Yeah. Any messages for me? Yeah. One thing, we've been meaning to call you.
I get yes.
I would love for him to say, no, Spirit doesn't have any messages for me.
Well, that's happened before.
Has it really?
Sometimes, actually, that it can happen.
Wow.
Yeah,
No, good,
there's
good.
been a couple of times where I have gotten absolutely nothing.
Yeah, because you're doing fine. You just need to keep
Yeah.
doing what you're doing. So sometimes there is no new message.
Well, she's doing fine. She
Thank
is
you,
doing
Bets.
fine. Yeah, you are doing fine. I mean, Kachina, again, a Kachina spread, but we got a 10 of Pentacles is what your concern is. But on the other side, you have, oh my God, I just got a message. 10 of Ace of Swords.
Mm-hmm. That's success and victory with knowledge.
Exactly, exactly. And
So
as
you know
before,
how to do it. This, like we were talking about, your higher self already knows how to get yourself out of a situation. Trust it.
mhm, trust it. Exactly. The past was the death card of transformation, which you did. And you're sitting pretty with the King of Pentacles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also getting whatever's on her mind right now, and she needs to let it go.
Exactly, because
Well,
you
Just
have
relax.
everything.
The
And the,
king of yeah, go ahead, Nadia.
no, I got the Empress as the future. I mean, it's coming up. Yeah, you're in the King of Pentacles where you are moving, you are getting what you want, you are finding happiness.
The King of Pentacles can represent her husband. And if you're concerned about him and work with that 10 of Pentacles, you've got to let that go.
Mhm.
And I know you support your husband, but that's not for you to carry. You've got to release that. Become the empress that Nadia has. That's abundant, independent, and carefree.
Well, the advice they're giving you is to, I don't know if you're looking for another way or another place or another, but what I'm getting is turn your back on the problems. Don't think of those problems. Move
Well,
forward.
right. The Three of Wands is about remember how far you've come,
Yeah.
and the future is there. But it starts with a step. Look forward, not backwards.
And relax.
Yeah, rest.
Enjoying the moment. And that's
Mhm.
what Michael Singer, he's really good at saying, um, don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah,
Enjoy. Everything coming to you is coming to you, not at you.
right,
You know what I mean? It's something that you need to see, you need to learn to advance you. So don't do it as a why me? Oh, I knew this was going to happen only to me. It's not that gray cloud over your head. I've
right.
been there. We've all been there.
Mhm.
You would think like, okay, God, I got this list of names for karma. Can you stop hitting me with it? You know. But then when you realize, look how far I came. Look at how stronger I got. Now you're grateful for those lessons that God gave you.
Right.
Marcy, I've already got the question that you had, and I think I answered earlier. If that's the one
Okay,
you're
I hope
talking
that's good.
about, your body vibrating, that was
What
already
is it?
answered. Already answered.
Okay, we're good.
Mary has one. I'm starring in this show. Marianne, we are covered in ants' nests
Mhm.
everywhere in the garden, and a big
Mhm.
wasp nest. Is this good? Wouldn't
Um,
say so much for the wasp.
well, I'm not sure so much for the wasp. I mean, we had the cicadas, and supposedly there were no wasps during the cicada time,
Mm.
but I see them now. Now the ants, I think everybody has ants, and
Yeah, we have, but we have to remember when you see ants, there are nutrients nearby. So you have, if they're in the garden, you've got good soil. But unfortunately, they may think that your fruits and vegetables are their food.
If
So,
they're in the house, they're looking
I
for
had them in the
brownies.
house too. But
mhm,
if you watch them, to me, it's you know how we always say as above, so below. For
mm.
me, it's a sign of movement. We are going through movement. I mean, that's
Well,
what's
and ants work in colonies, and if
mm,
we're in a good collective colony, we work together.
yeah, yeah. But it's just, I swear, all the steps that we have, it looks like highways. They are, and for me, it's spiritually, we are moving. We are doing what we're doing. We're moving forward, and
Yeah.
quickly, not slowly. We have slots, but I don't know. For me, when I look at it, and I've been watching it because we've had it in the house, we've had it outside. We have them making little homes on our driveways. It's just movement. Change is coming.
Hmm.
Yeah. So we don't know why the mosquitoes
And
are
pay
still
attention to Gaia because changes in Gaia will bring them to the surface.
exactly. Yeah.
Mosquitoes are remote controlled.
The flies are remote control.
So are the mosquitoes.
Oh,
We
what
don't really have any flies or anything.
you don't? I was just going to talk to you about that. Is
No,
that wow?
it's
Awesome.
good. They were really bad last summer, but we don't really have any. It's so dry, though. That could be a reason.
Well,
Is there something behind the military doing earthquake practices in St. Louis? Thing that just popped into my mind was Madrid fault line.
Well, you know, St. Louis is between Madrid and Yellowstone, so it could be either one, but the first thing that came to my mind was Madrid.
Yeah, I was getting earlier that Yellowstone was not going to go.
Yeah, I don't think it will. And I mean, I know that's a volcano, but it's still, it would cause an earthquake, but um, could be Madrid. Maybe that's why all of those, if Nadia saw all the military moving the generators, maybe they expect something.
Expect, or is it planned?
Well, true.
If
um,
they're sending the military, to me, that means it's planned.
Yeah.
They already know about it ahead of
why
time.
are they gonna? Is it gonna be a pseudo earthquake, or are they gonna
It's going to open up.
aggravate it?
I don't know that it would open up to the degree that was predicted a long time, where it actually splits the United States.
This is on purpose, intention.
It'd still be devastating.
I'm getting it is an intentional earthquake. So what would the reason be for it though?
Well, you have to think about if it's intentional. They failed at their attempt this past weekend, and they're
And so it's
desperate. They're
neg-
running out of ideas and weather control and manipulation or things to do with Gaia. They still have some control over that, a little bit, not a lot.
I'm trying to see if it's negative or positive. Let's do this as negative. Who's doing the intentional earthquake?
I'm getting negative.
Yeah.
Desperate people in desperate times will do
Yeah.
desperate things.
Exactly. It's to cause fear.
Yeah.
To cause
Yeah.
fear.
So
And
the White
loss.
Hat's caught wind of it.
Yeah, and loss and worry because if the lights go out and you can't get to the store. That's why everyone's saying always be prepared.
Yes.
Even if it's 2 to 3 weeks, if you can, because you may not be able to get anywhere. And that's not to scare and doom and gloom. It's just better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, and that's what we do. We usually always have on hand. You got beans, dried beans. You got rice. I mean, these things have a longer shelf life, so it's always good to noodles.
Canned good if you're canning, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, if you're canning or if you buy canned foods, but please make sure you keep a can opener next to the cans because I don't have
Always
that.
got to spoil it, you know?
No, I'm not spoiling it. But if you're like, I'm so smart, look at all my canned foods, and you don't have a can opener.
All else fails, we have can openers. We don't use electric ones. Lee has his old military P-38 on his
John.
keyboard.
Oh, hold on, I
John
got
Wayne.
something. Hold on, I'll be right back.
The old John Wayne can openers.
If you got a sharp knife, you can open a can.
There you go. It won't be sharp anymore. Mary, does Spirit have advice for me today?
Okay, this is the old-fashioned can openers. Look at that,
Yeah.
10 cents in the
Yep.
Middle East. And
Yeah,
it
it's a P-38. Lee has one, but it's only that big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we call
Well,
those
we did
the
it.
John Wayne.
It's bigger so we don't lose it, but you hang
Yeah.
it on the wall and it's a can opener.
It works.
It works.
I just pop them, just like Popeye.
Oh, okay, Popeye. Only if it's spinach. Doesn't work for peas.
Well, the aluminum cans, you know. Does Spirit have advice for Mary Jones?
Let's do storybook.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything.
Oh, he he got a little vacation time there. Huh? All right. Oh, and you know what? All these cards are really getting nice because I think finances are coming. Wow. There's some reconciliation that you need to work on.
Mhm.
You need to work on some forgiveness, Mary. But you'll be fine once you get that. I mean, there's some. I'm sorry, Jen.
You get gift giving and a sibling card. So,
Well, look what I got. I got generational. I mean,
yeah.
it is manifesting to get together, strike some peace because you have what you've been working on. You have, um, this is a little confusing because you have the Empress card. However, there is justice coming.
I mean,
From
it's fair and balanced. So
yes,
it'll be fair.
yeah, and then working on your spirituality, working on your way of letting things go. When
Right.
you let the things go, let the fear go. Look at you. You got 9 of Pentacles.
The
And that's
Hierophant can tend to be a control freak because we look at it like a pope and they want to be in control of everything. You see in the picture how he's higher up than the ones that are down below there. Try not to control everything. use your faith more than control.
Use your faith, exactly, because if you're doing your work, it doesn't always have to be just money, but you're going to have happiness. You're going to have prosperity in the home. I mean, everything, you'll find a balance in everything.
Yep.
I just want to know whether or not you can fan out 13 cards on that hand.
What is it?
She's
You
gonna
a
use
pinochle player? Are
Say it
you a
again?
pinochle player?
No.
Can you hold 13 cards on one hand?
You want me to try? Let's see.
Or can we do a 52 card pickup?
Well, actually, if you want to answer that question, I do play Uno, and it's more than 13 cards.
Well, there you go. Well, yeah,
Uno
but
reverse.
Uno's got small cards, so.
What, Jen?
I said Uno reverse.
You know, they have a new Uno deck. There's a pick 100 instead of a pick 4.
What? How many cards are in the deck?
I don't know, but they have the new pick 100.
I think
I
I
would
want Uno Dare.
That would be the end of the game if I got to
Yeah, it
pick
would.
100.
Jojo was my great-great-grandmother, who was my guardian with the red hair, the pastor of Sheepfold Ministry. Does she have any messages?
Sheepfold Ministry.
That's cool. Yes. You want to know if she was the pastor of sheep?
I'm getting a strong yes.
She was very bold. I'm getting she knew how to use her voice.
Yeah, it's a yes. Wow. If she didn't like something, she'd let you know.
Wow.
Does she have a message for you?
And thank you, Jojo, for 3 more coffees. She, from her great-great-grandmother, I suspect.
Well, I don't know your history, Jojo. I don't know your business, but she's pointing really hard towards that male figure that's in your hand. She's like, it's that's what I'm feeling. Like she's not happy with him. I don't know who it is, but that's what I got. Can you guys clarify that? Verify that? I'm first thing that came when I asked if she was the pastor. This is a strong frequency.
But I'm getting that she wants you to focus on the forgiveness side, not so much the anger side. You've got to let go. Like, don't let that person be the reason you're in angst all the time.
Yes. Okay.
You've got to let go of that.
Yeah, I get a strong yes to that.
Oh, it's her son. It's a male. I knew it was a male.
Yeah.
But
okay, let's hold off on the questions. Stop the questions.
She wrote my son. Yes.
Okay.
So maybe you're doing too. Is it a young adult? Is it an adult? Because it's like you're still trying to provide security for him.
Mm-hmm. Which I understand. Especially if it's one that's recently left the nest or won't leave the nest.
Or came back to the nest.
I'm getting around 17, 18, somewhere around there. Male.
Yeah. So I hope it resonates with you.
Me too. Or I'll be hearing about it all week. Jojo!
Hey, Joe.
Blessings. My youngest sister is concerned whether our mom was dealing with any pain or discomfort during her passing. can you connect with Mom yet about that?
Don't get physical pain.
Yeah, I get a strong no to pain.
Get
No.
frustration.
Yeah.
But not physical pain.
Somebody was almost trying to kept holding on to her, but no pain. I don't get pain at all.
Yeah, I think she was frustrated because it's like she had the desire to cross over, but she just couldn't. But I also know that she felt very comfortable in good. She trusted you and your sister very, very much.
That
So-
she trusted, but I feel it was the others who didn't understand that was holding on to her mom.
Mm.
And that was the confusion, but it's no pain. It wasn't pain.
No physical pain. She was just frustrated. She didn't get to leave when she wanted to. So she was trying to like end it and get it over with. And,
She kept dragging her back in.
yeah.
Last question. Actually,
Oh,
one more. Is Casey going to get the best offer on her house this week?
this week.
I'm getting a strong yes
This week?
this week.
Not in November? That was yesterday.
Yes, that was yesterday.
All right.
November, October. Yeah, sometime between the October, December time frame. Or
No,
no,
I
she'll
get a
have
yes.
to wait a year.
I get a yes. You're gonna have you get the Two of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and then I get the Seven of Cups. You're gonna get a lot of offers.
Yeah. Seven of Cups says multiple offers. Maybe, yeah.
And you're gonna sit there trying to figure out which one you want. That's on the bottom.
Keep your emotions.
Good luck, Casey.
Yep.
I got a yes.
With that Queen of Cups, make sure that she keeps her emotions in check and doesn't have a knee-jerk reaction. Don't take the first one that comes in. Be patient. Wait, because you might get a better offer.
You got multiple. Hey, love what? Snyder came in to say
Let me
hi.
check my coffee page.
Just she's manifested a bidding war. Well, she gonna get one. There you go.
Not an itty bitty ward, but a bidding war.
Bidding war. Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
We
that's
are
gonna be
good.
fun. All
No
right.
more coffee
How do you
questions.
feel,
I think
Jen? How does it feel
JoJo-
being back on the seat here?
It's good. I was gonna say I feel naked without my cards, but it's
Well, thank
Now they're
God you
naked.
didn't
I'm glad they're
stand up.
so yeah. So we both been naked today, Nadia. Yeah. It's
Oh, my eyes.
once I can get back into this, I have to feel that I can trust myself not to be in the cards, then I can use them. But it's been really good to talk to you guys and see you, and it certainly kept me occupied.
I am
So we're
put
gonna be
you
doing
on
this
hold
from-
for your NDE.
we're gonna-
That's on Thursday.
I've canceled it.
Yeah.
And because I don't know, I'm taking this day by day. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
You send me the link, and I'll try to join on Friday.
Okay.
I don't know, but I'm putting off the NDE. Feels a little weird of irony to have that.
Right.
But if I don't see you guys again, I want to tell everybody, because we pretty much have the same family. New Beginnings Tarot's 2-year anniversary is Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So happy anniversary.
I might have to get naked again.
Oh, it is Pants Free Friday. At least from the waist down, it will be acceptable.
Say it isn't so.
You've been warned.
I just love to hear if a newcomer comes in and goes, "What? You're going to be naked on Friday?"
What kind of show is this?
They show this on YouTube? What?
You should have named the show "Bearing Spirituality, Bearing It All."
There you go.
Yeah.
We'll have to keep that in mind. Let me write that down.
Yeah.
Burying it all. Burlesque.
Nothing's falling off the shoulders today, so
Well, I am glad that you were able to come on.
So am I. So am I. And if we have to do these shows in the middle of the night when you can't sleep, Jen, we'll try it.
let me say, if I need to stop walking the floors, because at night, whenever everything's quiet and everyone's in bed, that's when my brain can't shut off.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really so much about the emotional side, it's the logic side. It's the legal stuff that I still have to do and go through my head. And because I have to go out of state to do it in West Virginia, you only have 30 days. You don't have whenever you feel like it. You have 30 days. So I have, yeah. So I have to get back and do all that. And school's about to start, and it's just a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you.
Oh, Joe B's here. Well, whenever is Bets and Sue in here? Because I don't know if you watched Friday's show. I accidentally called Bet Sue on the show a couple times.
No.
I was so confused.
They were both in here, but Bets had to go. It was her dinner time, so she left.
Well, whenever we're ready, we're going to ask. You're going to have to write this down if it's okay with Bets and Sue. They did ask if they were connected by past
Can we
lives.
answer that question?
We did,
We
but I
answered
think
that.
there's a deeper connection that I'd like to see the card
Somebody else is trying to hone in on the action. Is that it?
show. I'm handing it to here, Jen.
Uh-huh. Okay. All
Sue
right.
says I'm here. Susan's like I'm here. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for today, I guess. Next is the roundtable on Friday, and then my show on Saturday.
And we have to figure out what we're doing for next week.
Yeah. Next Wednesday, I don't know yet. Thursday next week, I'll be gone
Ooh.
until Sunday, Monday, somewhere around there. Sunday or Monday. I got a 50-year high school reunion next week.
My 40-year is it 40 year? 30? No, 30-year reunion is this year. I'm not going. I'm not driving back to West Virginia.
5, 6, 7.
Math. Don't make me math. I'm good. Oh, nope. No. Hi, Joby.
I have not. Hi, Joby. I have not been to any reunions.
I was into the first two. Well, they did one for 5 years, and then they decided 10 years. I went to the first one, then I went to the second one, but I haven't been back since. So
I enjoyed our 20-year was really fun. We played laser tag, so if you just like we were kids again, it was funny.
Oh, that's so cool. That is cool. I might go and say, I'm a
I can't do
healer.
that. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah. Actually, a lot of the people that I graduated with showed up at Michael's celebration of life. It was
Excellent.
really sweet.
Okay, I just pictured Dennis and all his group hitting their life support buttons. Like
Oh my goodness. I want to know if you,
Everybody's falling on the gym floor. We can't get up.
I want to know if you're going to wear the helmet coffee keg with the straws.
That's only for battling. That's only for battling.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I
They
love
might
that.
do that during their golf thing, but I'm not doing the golf.
You don't want to try the Michael Singer golf?
You know, I do think I've done everything on my bucket list before I even had a bucket list.
Wow.
And golf was one of them. And I said I would stop with the golf once I got a hole in one.
And you got
And
it on
about the
first time?
fourth trip out to the golf course, I hit a hole in one, so I quit after that.
Oh my God, that makes you better. Well, I mean, I was very intrigued with this analogy about golf because my brother took up golf once they sold the business,
Mm.
and he gets more stressed before he gets to golf and in golf. And the funny thing, what was mentioned was doctors tell you go play golf to release stress, but it causes more stress.
Not if you're a
Depends upon the
competitor.
person. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're into competition, I can't imagine any sport would be relaxing.
hmm But
Well,
if you're
hit
taking
hit
it
the
as a relax,
bag with your boxing gloves.
Yeah. Does putt golf count?
I am a
Yeah?
putt golf. I'm a putt
Yeah,
golf.
that
guy.
counts.
Yeah.
We have 3D golf here in there. We put the glasses on and we start doing 3D golf. It's
Yeah,
kind
my golfing is my handicap.
of Jules wrote, golfing is stressful if you don't drink beer. Well, I
See,
guess
we all need those hats with the straws, and you can
Yeah.
put whatever drink in there you want.
Fishing is relaxing to some people, but not for me.
not to me. I
Not
don't
when the
have
lines get all tangled up and
no, I don't have
it's
patience, and you
stressful
have to be.
untangling the reel.
No, I don't have the patience, and you have to be quiet, and that's
Oh, forget it. Nope. Nope. I love to fish. I do.
Yeah.
I like hunting too, but I haven't had a desire to hunt in the past few years. Not too much. We
Not
do.
since
That's
I was
what-
a kid when I saw Bambi. No.
I will not wear an orange jacket when I come and visit you.
Yeah, it doesn't match her shoes. So
Should be
All
running
right.
through the forest.
Yeah, I love hearing the water.
It's
All right,
beautiful.
guys. So practice on your spirituality. We'll be back Friday. Give us a essay report on
On.
how you doing.
Okay.
I will. I play it by ear. That's kind of how I'm doing it.
Well, you have the invitation. Just pop in,
Yeah.
pop in. It's up to you.
Just think of Snyder. One day
I
at
just
a
right
time.
now I'm gonna focus on sleep. I've got to get that figured out, or I'm not gonna be able to focus on anything.
You can hang
Yeah.
from the rafters if you like, upside down.
I gotta
Remember, upside down.
I have to get in the rafters first.
You have to have rafters.
Exactly.
All right.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
until Friday.
Yeah. I love you
Love and
too,
light.
guys. All right.
I'm just glad you came on.
Yeah.
It's fun. It was
All
Thanks
right.
for coming on. And it was a really nice topic that you shared with us. So it was pretty nice.
yeah.
Q&A on Friday.
Okay.
Wait.
Wow. Is that how we end the show? Okay. All right.
Matchmaker.
Glory's the dating game. Okay. All right, Chuck.
All right.
Bye.
Be safe. Bye now.